I can't stand authority. Never could. All the way back to my very, very early days, I just couldn't stand being told what to do. When I was 5 years old and I was in kindergarten, we used to, get in line to go to lunch or the cafeteria or recess or whatever it was, and I would never get in line. I would always just kind of walk off the line and go off by myself. And it got to the point where my teacher, Mrs. Hamburger, that was her real name, called my mother in to speak to her about it. And Mrs. Hamburger inferred that I had serious issues. And back then, the terms ADD or autism, those weren't really brought up. And she thought there was something really wrong with me. And my mom got pissed. She was kind of appalled, actually. She said, "Did you ever consider the fact that maybe my son isn't being challenged enough? That maybe he's not interested?" And sure enough, a couple of weeks later, I took an IQ test, and it turns out that I was pretty advanced. I tell that story not to brag, but I tell that story because I've always had an innate inability to deal with authority, and it's followed me throughout my entire life, which is why from 2001 to 2008, right after college, I had 4 different jobs. I just couldn't get over the authority thing, being told what to do, when to do it, how to do it. Even if somebody was really nice to me, I just never got over it. And the day I quit my job and started working for myself, it's like a switch went off. There was no more authority. And it changed my life. I worked harder than I ever worked before. I worked better than I ever worked before, more focus, more precision. It was almost like a magical thing. But I realized that it was really just getting over that hindrance, that block. And there are a lot of things in our lives where we have major blocks. If we can just get over the fear, take the leap, and change that one part of our lives, it makes a huge difference. Now, if you're like me, and you can't stand authority, can't stand being told what to do, I might be able to help you out.